Good morning, good evening, and welcome back to War Thunder. For today's video, we're going to be taking a closer look at one of the newest additions to the British tech tree, the AS90. This SPG coming in at battle rating 7.0 at rank 4. Now, when I first saw this vehicle, I thought it was gonna be just like every other SPG. Pretty shit, decent gun, shit mobility, and just overall very underwhelming. But when I researched it and played my first few games, oh my god, I was wrong. This is probably well, at least for me, one of the best SPGs in-game. For a multitude of reasons, which we will get into shortly, but it's just a extremely fun and very comfortable vehicle to play. Now, as any NATO heavy SPG, you have a 155mm cannon, firing L15 and M107, your standard shells, and I'm only going to be using M107 proxy fuse, which I will get into shortly as to why. But the gun, normal 155, but you have a autoloader. Well, not a autoloader, assisted loading, but your first stage is 2 rounds plus 1 in the chamber, and you can fire these rounds every 5 seconds, so you can get off a few rounds very quickly, and then it doesn't take too long to fill up that first stage. So reload for this vehicle is very short for the amount of firepower you're putting downrange. The gun traverse and just elevation, just overall the gun handling is very good for this sort of vehicle as well. Most other vehicles, they're pretty sluggish, but this one is very quick and nice to play around with. For the mobility, you have a 660 horsepower engine, allowing you to go 55 forward, and look at that reverse, 14 reverse. This just makes this vehicle a very comfortable vehicle to play, and it negates one of the main downsides, at least what I think is with self-propelled guns, that often they just feel very sluggish, very slow, but this thing is very agile and just very nice to play with. Now the armor, well, as you can guess, it's basically non-existent. You can survive 50 cals from certain angles, but that's basically it. But you can't really expect too much armor from these sort of vehicles. Now, the reason why I use M107 instead of L15. Yes, L15 in theory is a lot better, but in practice, I mean, I don't really find a difference. You're still gonna do basically everything with M107, and it just makes it easier to transition to shooting planes. And look at that muzzle velocity, 940 meters per second. This allows you to snipe, actually. Well, you can actually play at long distances with this thing because it is very easy to aim, and you can delete planes. Yes, you heard it right, you can absolutely delete planes, which is a very good thing because who fucking likes CAS? So yeah, gonna get into a few games and I'll show you what this thing can do. So for the first game, we are on Tunisia, having the southern spawn. Now I decided to spawn on the side, and I will try to make my way over towards this point on the map. Now the reason I decided to pick this spot is for multiple reasons. The first one is that I'm an artillery piece, I have no armor, and attacking head-on is a very dumb idea. Second off, from this area I'm in cover, I can shoot on the guys crossing over to B, and I can see, well, not everything, but most of the areas that enemies usually like to sit and snipe on in C2 and B2. Now, after the first engagement, usually two things will happen. First off, enemies from B2 and B3 will start attacking our position, and we need to be aware of that. Second off, enemies in the area C1 and D1, usually sitting and sniping the friendlies on F1 and F2, will start heading down towards a attack on A. So, as a player, how do we stop this from happening? So, what we should do is try to make ourselves a very hard target to kill by positioning ourselves on D2. From here, we can both kill the guys trying to attack us in our current position, while still being able to look left and deleting basically everybody trying to reinforce A. And we can also simultaneously look into B and C as well. So this is a very good position to try to reach with your tank. Now, I'm not the best person in this, but it is a very good vehicle to shoot planes down with. And again, I'm not the best at this, but I think I am, well, at least decent at it. Now, with the area around A and B pretty much cleared out of enemies, we want to start advancing and pushing our advantage. So I'm gonna take the tank up to C2. Now this is a very good position for anybody who has taken control over A. From here you can pretty much delete everybody that trying to get towards A, while still having the ability to look in towards the middle and defend B when necessary. So a very strong position, and I definitely recommend you taking that if you have the ability to. Now, with the game getting towards its end, we're just gonna go around the area, clear out basically everybody we can, being basically as aggressive as we want to be since we have control over the entire area. And with the kill on the Tiger 1, we're gonna have the first nuke of the day. for the second game of today, we are on Abandoned Factory. Now, a very difficult map to play, especially when you're in a SPG, no armor and build like a house. So it can be very difficult, but I decided to take the vehicle very carefully down the main road at the 3D4 and park myself on the house in the bottom left corner. From here, I'm able to basically control a big portion of the map. Looking down on E3, E4, you can see a lot of vehicles usually traversing that area, and if you need to look left in towards B. If you're lucky, you can even look further down on the F line, and you can sometimes, not every time, but sometimes you can find vehicles going on the F line towards A as well. Now, unfortunately, if you listening, you're gonna see that, well, you're gonna hear that a King Tiger is pushing to my left, and I was kind of too focused on this IS-4. So unfortunately, I reacted to him too late. We did get the IS-4, but yeah, we reacted to the King Tiger too late, and he's eventually gonna kill us. I did try to run away, but unfortunately, we didn't manage to do so. Now, when playing these sort of vehicles, especially the AS90, at least what I found is that you actually want to play Russia and Germany, and the reason for that is they have massive cupolas. Most of the tanks have massive cupolas, and the tanks that don't have them, they are very easy to just high explosively kill as well, and they have a lot of light vehicles as well. And the hardest nation to actually fight is actually USA, because most of their tanks, at least the heavily armored tanks, don't really have any cupolas, or, well, they have cupolas, but they're like so tiny. So it's actually much easier fighting Russia and Germany. Now, looking at the map after I respawned, I see that we basically have no strength on the left side of the map, and we're gonna get spawn camped in like a minute. So I decided to head over there, try to retake C, and hopefully eliminate the risk of us getting spawn camped, because getting spawn camped is a very quick way to lose a game. Killing the charioteer on the C point, who isn't really paying attention. We're gonna move into the C and look left and just see if we can help out our team. After having captured the C point, I was going to advance to B to defend it, but we came face to face with a PT-76. If we hit him, he's so dead, but since he is hit, he can definitely kill us. He could even overpressure us, so yeah, we had to be very careful. We do kill him, and I rush out, but I was a bit too eager to get to the middle. We do kill the tiger, but he kills us as well, unfortunately. For the third and final game, we are on the map Japan, but a conquest version of it, which means there's only one capture point, this time the capture point being in the east of the map. Now, when I get this version, I usually try to fight it out in the middle of the map, because if you get the middle, you basically win, because you can control both the routes where the enemy has to reinforce A, and you can pincer attack them from both the front and the rear on the capture point. So if you get this map, try to take control over the middle, because that will basically win you the game. So for the first sequence, I'm gonna try to get to the monument in the middle, and in the red box, usually that's where the enemies will be located. After we clear out the middle of any enemies, we're gonna go over towards a pretty decent spot. I'm gonna show you. I don't think many people know about this, or I haven't seen anybody use it in quite a while, but It's a spot on the mountain, and from here you can get a very disgusting angle on basically every enemy. Yeah, it's just a very OP and very disgusting spot to use. Now here the position is yeah, you can just see it's a disgusting position. If you play your cards correctly, you can win the game for your team like that, just in an instant. So yeah, very good and very disgusting spot, but be careful with how you play it, because yeah, you don't want to get well, found out, because if you do, yeah, you're dead. But you can just really annihilate the entire team from this area, as you can see. And just like that, very quickly, we have our nuke. And with that, the video has come to an end. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was helpful for you when playing the AS90. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.